back, folks, with another frequency episode where Joe and I are going to basically go through a song and not necessarily critique it, but just give some feedback on it. We find it interesting to go through new music when it's more fresh. Oftentimes we talk to artists way after their album's released. We thought we'd give it a try and just see if we can give some feedback live on a song. And Joe, why don't we basically hit the verses and the choruses, and we'll stop sort of in between, if that's okay.
Yeah, just raise your hand when you're ready to stop, and because I'm controlling the music on my side, which maybe have been planned intentionally.
Well, not only that, Joe, but you were a DJ on a cruise ship, so you are used to holding the trigger.
Yeah, I know how to hit a space bar.
There you go, yeah. Right. Well, why don't you intro the song that we're going to do, and then we'll dive right into the song.
Sure. We are going to do a song by an artist, Nashville artist named PJ Anderson. I don't know if he's necessarily a household name, but then again, in Christian realm, who is a household name besides Mercy Me and about 5 others? But shut up. So PJ Anderson, we've reviewed a prior album of his, and so he sent us his new album and said, hey, would you give it a listen? So we thought, let's just cue up his newest single. It's called Sing Forever. And I told PJ we'd give him our honest thoughts about the song.
Oh, let's dive
Sound
right in.
good?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Again, we've never heard this song before. Neither one of us know what we're getting into, haven't read the lyrics or anything. So let's get to it.
There are countless ways you love me, endless ways I don't deserve. I am shaken by your mercy, taken over by your love. You have won all of my heart, for you are good. You have washed away my hurt, for you are good, so good.
Yeah, I was just going to say, let's stop that, yeah. First impressions.
Musically, I'm enjoying it. I think it's got a real kind of ethereal kind of vibe going on. And PJ's voice is very grounded. Mm-hmm. Which I appreciate. So it's not, when you listen to some things, you get this kind of baby doll kind of voice thing coming out of the girls and a whiny voice coming out of the guys, And I'm liking the vibe there. What about you?
I like it. I like the sound. That's something I would probably like to do as a guitar player with, reverb and delay. Very sort of smooth. He takes a long time to set the stage for the song musically, which tells me it's not designed for radio.
Right.
So it's definitely, this is my song, and it's a storytelling feel so far, but it also sounds like a worship song. I'm not sure that's the intention because we've only started the song, but it sounds very church worship type.
Yeah, I hear that. And lyrically, I find, I already had a couple of eye rolls in there where, we're relying on the Christian worship tropes. Yeah. Hopefully we break out of that when we get to the chorus, although that tends to be the most sparse lyrically. So,
right.
Ready to continue?
Yep, let's keep going.
All right.
So I will sing. Sing forever, I will sing forever to the King of my heart. You bring hope when I am hopeless. You are joy when I need peace. Oh, your love
short chorus. Not a whole
I got
lot.
it memorized.
Yeah.
I got it done.
So without a cynical view at it, if he wants people to sing with him, like if that's the main point of the song, then he's nailed it. Like if you were to start the song and lead it congregationally, it would not take long to get people to buy into it and memorize it.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, because my first thought was when he repeated the line "Sing Forever" 3 times, I went, Chris Tomlin. But then, as you saw me being ridiculous, lifting up my hands, it's very easy to imagine a congregation engaging and singing without the barrier of, do I know the lyrics? Do I know the melody? So, from a Paul Baloche school of let's make sure we write songs that people can sing, that hits that.
Yeah, and again, we tend to always look at things from a cynical perspective. I know I do probably more than you.
No, that's not true. But go ahead.
I might vocalize it. I don't know. It's musically, it's soothing, and so it almost makes it like, I would play this in the background when people are home. It's well done enough. For a non-household name, if you want to call it that. I mean, he has the look. I've seen him on social media. It's not like he's knocking out of the park with originality, but is that really what he's going for?
I wouldn't think so, but so he's getting it so far.
Yeah, let's keep going. Yeah.
For you are good, oh good. You will washed away my hurt, for you are good, so good. So I will sing forever. I will sing forever. I will sing forever to the King of my heart. Yes, I will sing. Darkest dark of the night, I will sing of your love, sing of your love. In the brightest part of a life, I will sing of your love, sing of your love. In the darkest dark of the night, I will sing of your love, sing of your love.
Yeah.
Let's chat about that middle 8.
Yeah, there's a few things where I think he's nailed it, in addition to what we talked about. One is key. It's so easy for a tenor and so helpful for an alto soprano to either sing the melody or the harmony that anyone could close their eyes and sing. So again, he's nailed congregational. I would introduce this to our worship director and say, hey, this is worth looking at. It is a song to God. It is not. It's testimonial. I will. They're the I will sing.
We will sing.
We will sing. Yeah. But again, that's okay because we're gathering to worship. I will. We will is okay in that context. Because it's not saying I as in I need to do something in order to earn your grace or whatever. It's basically I as in I want to worship you. I think that's okay. So the key was good. I like the fact that it went down to acoustic because you're telling every small church worship leader across the universe that it's okay if you just have an acoustic guitar to do this song.
Yeah. There were two things that I heard. There was a female backup vocalist, and man, from a mixing standpoint, I wish they would have brought her up more in the mix, because she added this really bright but delicate background that was really counter to his vocal that I thought was really nice. If I probably would have brought that out more. He did something lyrically there that he just switched the lyrics. I don't know if you caught it. I don't have the lyrics in front of me, and I could be wrong, but in the darkest dark of the night, I will sing forever. But he sang like in the darkest parts of my life, I will sing forever.
Right.
And it was a really subtle little flip there. And I only heard him do it once. But for me, that was enough to kind of take you out of I'm just singing the same thing over again to something almost more personal at that very moment. And I appreciated that subtle little change that I heard in there. And everything you said, I also agree with in terms of I struggled not to sing along.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really good thing, that people are going to pick this song up very easily. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah, one thing of note, not a criticism, but just a reality, that it is the 4 most common chords in that chord progression of most modern worship. If you're, it's G, E minor, C. There isn't a whole lot of variation. Now, he did musically change the variation and strum it acoustic in the bridge, which is good. So I like the idea that he's not trying to do the Rock'em Sock'em Hillsong, Bethel, everyone, like 15 people on the platform and everyone's playing the same thing. But there's room to extend the song or shorten the song, and I think that's what the simplicity of it makes it very easy and usable. I don't get the sense he's trying to do like a ton of weird, all over the place vocals and perform the song.
Yeah.
Which we can see in some of modern worship.
Absolutely. Like it becomes more about a performance.
Or like the featured singer in the band. As opposed to everyone singing together. I would imagine his video is probably more than him. It's probably his whole band.
I'm playing the video.
Oh, okay.
That's what we're listening to, and right now it's him and his keyboard player doing this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
Screenshot. Share that. Let's finish up the song.
Yeah, let's keep going.
By the way, there's a minute and a half left, so I may, if it just starts to get repetitive, I may just scrub forward to the end so we can do our last thoughts.
Forever I will sing. Forever I will sing. Forever to the King of my heart, of my heart.
Yeah.
I will sing.
It ends nicely. That reminds me of Brian Dirkson's Light the Fire album. He had a couple female vocalists that used to just add counter melodies throughout his songs.
Yeah.
I'm going way back now. I'm going to early 90s. But like Pour Out My Heart to Say That I Love You, Pour Out My Heart to Say That I Need You. Like that song, there was female counter melody through it. It sort of was reminiscent to me of that feel. This is a closer. It sounds like a closer song.
Yeah, just for me, it would be something that I would do. If it was a worship night, I would do it as the last song.
Yeah.
And I would, depending on because I'm doing worship night this Friday, and everybody takes a candle and they light the candle and they sing, and then you cut out all the music and then you just have them say, "I will sing forever" as they walk out the door.
Yeah.
Right. You can definitely hear that for that song.
Mm-hmm.
And also like going into the sermon, I could,
Yes,
maybe a song going into the sermon as well. So
Yeah, focus of the heart song.
Yeah. I think PJ did a good job with this song. I think if the intention is to provide congregations with, worship leaders with congregational singable songs, that's pretty solid. Mm-hmm. If it's released as a trying to get on the radio single, then clearly you're off the mark on that. At least that's my perspective on it.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, and we've talked enough together that we pretty much have the same perspective when we listen to songs, it seems.
Yeah, that's right.
And I mean, we both lead worship too, and preach. So we understand the dynamics of church life and how songs can interact with speaking and praying and congregational life. So yeah, I think he's done a good job. I think it's by the numbers. It's not.
Yeah, originality is a weakness there.
Yeah,
it'd be great if it was a little more original. But.
Now, saying that in the array of songs on his album, this could just be the whole idea is to rally people to sing, and it's not meant to be uber original.
Yeah. But we're taking it in isolation. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's another one. So good job, PJ, and cool name, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I think overall it's a good song. It's not a fantastic song, but I don't think that was his point again. And, give him all credit for making a song that people want to sing.
Cool. Are we scoring these?
Yeah, I would say it's better than the last one we did. I would almost give it, based on the intent of his writing, a good 7.5. All
right. I'm going with 7. I think that to me, the lyrics brought it down a bit for me. At least kind of the lyrics in the verse felt a little too generic for me to go higher than that. But I still think it has a great potential in churches. So I'll give it a 7. You got a 7.5.
Yeah, and I say 7.5 from the perspective of if you were a worship leader saying, finally somebody wrote a song that I can actually do on Sunday and I can play it. That's the perspective I'm coming from.
You don't have to make excuses for giving him a higher score, Dan. All right. So that's PJ Anderson, Sing Forever. We think it's worth checking out. Head over to his website. Maybe if I take the time to look it up, I'll share his website. I'm sure he's offering some resources free for the sake of getting that out to the churches. So good job, PJ.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.
See you next time. And by the way, let us know if you like these, what songs you'd like us to listen to. We'll be back shortly. We are queuing up one from one of our good friends in Nashville coming up next.
Awesome.